Stream is up. Hold on, my friends. Just give it a second, and then we will be underway. It should be underway. Just double check. Where do we at? Live stream. Oops. Okay, where's my thing? My God, sorry guys. This always never starts off correctly, the way I would like it to start off correctly. And I think we are live. Okay, here we go. So, 3, 2, 1 to all my homies out there. Let's talk about GOAT from 2026. So, for those of you who are new to this is how I've been doing my reviews lately for movies. I just set up shop and sit here and shoot the shit about films, right? And that's part of the live stream. So, today we're going to be talking about GOAT from this year, which was 2026. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. But I'm just in my brain right now. Um, I was streaming a little bit earlier, just setting stuff up and shooting the shit. And now we're going to actually talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, or silly about the movie Goat. And here we are. So for those of you who aren't in the stream yet, that's okay. We're going to just start, and I can go back and talk about this movie some more. And if no one shows up, you know what? It's not the end of the world because I do this for fun, and I'm looking. I gotta go to work in an hour and 2 hours, 3 hours. So I do this for the love of the game, my friends, the love of the game. So we're going to start off with the good, which will always for this movie. Actually, before I even start going to the good, let me just set up the when I saw it. So I saw it last week. I think it was Sunday. I saw it because we were playing. I think Baltero. It was either Sunday or Saturday. We were playing some Baltero early in the morning, and one of my regulars, Scott, was like, "Hey, I'm going to go see Goat tonight or this afternoon at 11 o'clock." And I was kind of on the fence with seeing Goat, anyways. I didn't really think I was going to go and see it, but I checked my cinema times here in Canada, Ontario, Canada, and I was like, "Oh snap! I could see it at 11:30 in the morning, and then I could still have the afternoon to go and do stuff, whatever the stuff could be, right?" And I also checked the time for the movie itself. It's only an hour and 40 minutes. And I was like, that's not too bad. Like a 2 hour session outside, hanging out at the movie theater, not a big deal, you know? So I thought, okay, I'll go. I got some concessions, and I went at 11:30, and it was packed. There were so many parents and so many kids there, which was a little bit of a surprise to me because like Goat is like an unknown entity, right? Like this is a brand new IP that's coming out by Steph Curry or produced by Steph Curry. It's about pretty much basketball. Like it doesn't it is basketball, but it doesn't follow like the actual rules of basketball. But it is basketball as its main premise and sport around it. Um, I think they call it Roar Ball, like ROAR, which is like what did Roar mean something? It's like Republic of Animals Resources. I can't remember what ROAR stood for, but they explained it when they were like, because it's an acronym for the sports league as well, because it's Roar Ball. So yeah, it's a whole new IP, and I didn't expect too many kids to be there and like adults to take them to this because it's like okay, but I guess like I don't have kids, but I think when you see an animated anything, you're like, I'm taking my child to see this movie. You know what I'm saying? This is 2 hours of freedom. So I went, like I said, packed with kids, and honestly, they didn't really take away from the movie experience. They were quiet and like engaged, and there's some little jokes in the movie that the kids really liked. Um, and I was like, this is a good watching experience. I Because like sometimes we go see kids movies, or I guess we shouldn't call animated movies kids movies. But when you go to see animated movies, sometimes the kids are really rowdy and rambunctious, or have to get up a lot, go to the washroom, things like that. Normal kid stuff, right? It's not their fault. I don't look at it as a negative, but sometimes that's just what you have to um, know that you're getting in with when you go watch a kids movie, right? Or again, I shouldn't call animated movies kids movies. I don't know why I do that, but I do. So I got to stop saying that because an animated movie is really made for everybody to go and see and enjoy, whether it's for kids or adults. And I'm there as an adult watching this movie because I like basketball. I like anamorphic characters. I think they're cool looking when done correctly. I really like the animation style and stuff. So that's why I went and saw this movie. And I have to say, before we get into like the real nitty gritty of this film, I walked out of the movie entertained and I liked it enough to go, I wonder if they would make a sequel to this movie. Like, will they make enough in the box office? And will the kids get behind this movie enough to be like, they want the merch. If there's, I don't even know if there's any toys for this movie, but do they want the toys? Do they want more of Goat and Panther and all the characters? I don't even remember what the character names are. I just know Goat is Goat. I don't know if they actually have. Wait, do they have names? Yeah, because the one character, they talk to her by her last name, which is like William or something like, or Wilhelm. Yes. Okay, so wait, yes, because yeah, Jet Fillmore. That's right. The last character, the main character played by Gabrielle Union is Jet Fillmore, and she's the Panther character. She's super cool. Wait, do I have a picture of her? Hold on, give me a second, guys. I'm getting used to these picture things. Where is she? She's right here. This is her. This is Fillmore. This character is freaking dope. Okay, let's start getting into the good, right? Let's start getting into the good. So first thing first, with the good of this movie, I really, really liked the animation, right? And for those of you who are new to my reviews, I write down the good, the bad, and the ugly, or silly, really, and I just write my what I liked and what I didn't like in here. Um, but I really like the animation. I believe it's animated by the same people who did the Spider-Verse stuff. Let me just double check that. Who animated Goat 2026? Quick Google search. The film was done by Sony Pictures Imageworks. They are the same animation. They use the same animation style that is used in K-pop Demon Hunters and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So that squad got behind this, and you can see that influence in there. But I also would like to say that this movie stands apart from the stylistic styles of Spider-Verse. I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunter yet, and I probably should get around to watching that. But I really like this animation, and I would like to add with the liking of the animation, I really liked the world that they built here. The world building is nice. Because with the world building, how they like break everything down in even in the world of sports, and it also seems like in the world that they just live in and inhabit, that there's like three, I want to say four, and I'm not calling it races, but I'm calling it build types, okay? Because they play by the rules of there's the bigs, there's smalls, I say there's mediums, and then there's bugs, arachnids. Because it's a funny scene that happens with the arachnid, the little cockroach, which is actually quite humorous. Um, there's two scenes with the cockroach that's actually pretty funny. So the bigs are all the guys that play in Roar generally. So and you got to look at them as like the bigger animals from the animal kingdom, right? So like lions, panthers, giraffes, gorillas, rhinos, things of that nature. Horses, which is there's the villain horse named Mace in here, or is it Maine? It's Maine, right? Maine? Yeah, it's Maine. Where is he? Yeah, Maine, played by Aaron Pierre. But yeah, he goes by Main Attraction. He's hilarious. I like that character too. Um, but these are all these bigs that play in this the Roar League, and there's never been a small, and Goat is classified as a small, and he there's never been a Goat ever in the league, and he's played by um, Caleb McLaughlin. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. So and he plays the small, the Goat, and I really like this element of the world building because their smalls are like I want to say that he's a medium because the smalls to me are like the rabbits, the gophers, the mice, and stuff like that. And then there's the bugs, And I'm not saying anything bad to the bugs, but then there's the bugs. Um, and I liked all of that, right? Like, let me just pull up a picture here. Like, this is like the whole Roar team that he plays for. This is the Rhino. This is the Gecko, Lizard guy, Giraffe. His name's Mondo. He was funny. Mondo is like the comic relief in the show, and yeah. So this is what I want to talk about. Like, part of the world building as well is the arenas are all different that they go around and play in. So this one here's the cave, which is like where I can't remember what region they're in, but there's different regions too. There's like a lava region. The forest regions where Goat is from, and he keeps on saying like their motto is like their roots run deep. And who else is there? There's the polar region. There's the man. What else? There's the lava region, the polar region. There's a bunch of them. I forget all of them. Oh, hey, what's up, Gabrielle? The animation looks very good. Love how this looks like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Puss in Boots too. Yes, it does have all of those vibes. Actually, you know what? You just reminded me. You just reminded me to add a movie to my list, my friend. Let me get that pulled up real quick here. I do not have Puss in Boots 2 in my movie collection, and I want to rectify that. That's a good reminder. Puss in Boots 2. It's on my list. Thank you. Totally forgot about that movie. But it is a great movie. I told man, I remember seeing that one in theater. Really enjoyed it. So where was I? So yes, the environments in this movie are awesome. So we have like the cave here. This is called the cage, and this is where they play some one-on-one street ball to see if they're even worthy of being a part of Roar Ball. This is Goat, our main character here, who is brand new to the league of Roar, and he's the first small to ever play in the league. And I still want to call him a medium, but I think small just sounds better when you're talking about this game or talking about the characters. Yeah, and so like it's great. Oh, oh, I screwed up my images. Let me get back to that. There we go. I think I fixed it. I might have screwed it up. Puss in Boots 2 is fantastic. It is. You are not lying about that one. I remember seeing it in a theater and I was like, man, what a great movie. So we have the next like really good thing about this movie. I really liked all the characters. The characters are dope. It's just a good time with these characters. Each one is awesome. You know what I'm going to put in the silly though, because it's something that I noticed. And as a person who loves animals, I was actually a little upset that we did not have a hippopotamus. No hippos in this movie. That's a big thumbs down. I love hippopotamuses, and I don't remember seeing a single one in here. Not on any team was there a hippopotamus. So it was just like, where are the hippos at? But they didn't exist. So that kind of sucked. But it's not a bad. It's not a bad. It's a negative. It's not even a negative. I would say it's just a silly observation I had because I love hippopotamuses and they didn't have any, and I was like, dang, I wish we had some more hippopotamuses in this. But back to the characters, I liked all the characters. I thought they were all unique and cool. There is like obviously there's going to be some overlap because there's only so many animals, but it was cool when like they went to the polar, I want to call it the polar temple, but I think it's like called like the ice box or like the polar stadium, I think it is. And in there they actually played against like a polar bear, and I thought that was cool. And they had more like arctic animals and stuff. Like I thought that was cool. I kind of wish there was a wolf as well, but like a main character of a wolf, but we had that in Puss in Boots. So maybe they're trying to be like, let's not have another werewolf type of character. But I can live with that. Um, I guess the other thing about this movie is, like again, the story is good, right? The story itself is fine, right? Like I'm not expecting like anything too crazy when it comes to this movie at all, story wise. It's very bare basic hero's journey stuff that I have seen for 40 plus years now, and I don't get tired of it when it's told correctly. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that this movie told the hero's journey pretty damn good. You know, it's all about the kid, uh, the little goat guy, and his journey. What's his name again? Caleb? No, yes, Will. Yes, Will. It's about Will and his journey to becoming a Roar basketball player. You know what I'm saying? And that alone is good, and we follow his trials and tribulations of trying to become a roar player. Now, sure, we could all sit there and be a little picky and be like, you know what? It was a little too easy for him to get on the roar team. But you know what? This movie's being an hour and 40 minutes. So what do you expect? And how he gets on the team isn't that bad because he plays one on one against Maine and he doesn't beat Maine, which is good. Like, there's a one on one battle here. Hold on. Do I have the image? It's in here somewhere, guys. Give me a second. He plays Maine. Where is he? Is it this battle here? It's oh, okay. So he plays Maine in this, right? In this cage battle. I don't think they actually have a one-on-one with him and Maine. I don't think so. But we just blasted through all the images there. Okay, let me just go back. Jeez. Sorry about that. A little delay here. I like all these movie posters though. Actually, this movie poster is really good. I like this one. This is okay. In this movie poster, this is Goat squaring up against Maine right here in the cage, and so he actually. Oh, what's this poster? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. That's really colorful. I like this one too. That's really nice. Okay, back to the images. We'll go here. So he plays Maine on a one-on-one, and his friends are like recording it and stuff like that. And due to the recording of him, he gets 2 points on Maine, and he does break Maine's ankles as well, and a great great one step back hezzy, as you would say, and it's great. And that propels him into a little bit of stardom because his friends put the image or put the video out online, and he gains popularity. And from that popularity, he is able to sit down and get a contract with this character here. Hold on, let me pull her up. She was right here. This is the owner of I can't remember the team name right now. What was their name? What was their name? It's like it's right there on the tip of my. It's not the jungle. I can't remember what their name is. Dang, oh man, I'm drawing a blank right now because oh, what is that? I can't even make that out. It's so small, that logo. What is their logo name? I cannot remember. That's gonna drive me nuts. Darn. But anyways, she owns the team. I totally forget their name. Dang, what is the team name? Uh, what is the team name in Goat? What is their name? Oh, the Thorns. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I totally forgot it's the Thorns. Yes, so she's the owner of the Thorns, and she offers him a contract to be the first small in the Roar League, right? And so now this causes a lot of controversy between her, not her, between these two characters here, which this is Jet, who is like the senior all-star, most points ever scored in the league, and she does not give a damn about Goat at all, right? I'm just gonna keep calling him Goat, but she doesn't give a damn about Goat at all in this movie. And so the rest of the good chunk of this movie is him trying to get onto the team, right? And that's part of the trials and tribulations. Like he's on the team. Sorry, I mean like he's trying to get minutes, you know what, and come off of the bench and stuff like that and actually play in the game. But Jet wants nothing to do with him. And there's that bit of story angle where he has to win her over, and he tries, and he's trying to win the team over. And there's that team trial and tribulation as well because Jet isn't a team player. and there's all these little story elements going on, which is really good story stuff for children. And this is good for kids to learn about being a team player, never giving up, like all these themes that we've all grown up with, and this is in this movie as well. So it's not nothing that we've never heard before or seen before. So it's fresh for the kids who are brand new to this earth, right? So it's a good story. There's good story elements going on with it, and you get to follow the trials and tribulations of Goat. There's the trials and tribulations of Jet too, which is for us, the older people, who are like, when do you pass on the torch? When do you step aside to let the youth take over? How do you mentor and get involved with the youth? Like, there's elements for us older people as well in here through the character of Jet. And I like that, right? Like, it's actually really good. So the story's great. Yeah, you know what? It went from fine to great. Story's great, characters are great, the trials and tribulations. There's the lessons that the kids will learn is good as well. Like, it's all in there. So it's a really good kids movie. Even though I'm trying not to say it's a kids movie, this is a good movie for children to go and watch and enjoy. There's nothing harsh in it that's like too off-putting or anything like that, because I didn't see anything off-putting. It's very straightforward, pretty kid-friendly. I think everyone will enjoy it. Even if you are the adult bringing your kids to this movie, I think you're going to enjoy it as well. So there's that. There's that. And I would also like to point out, the jokes aren't bad. And I know I say that as like in general, like jokes are really in the eye of the beholder, right? What people find funny is going to be what people find funny. I might find things funnier than somebody else, and so on and so forth. But I thought a couple of the jokes genuinely made me chuckle, and the one that really stood out for me personally that I really did enjoy was the press conference for Goat and Jet, and it's Goat's first time doing a press conference for the sports media of Roar, and how it goes horribly wrong for him genuinely made me laugh because of what happens between him and the cockroach earlier in the movie, and just how the setup, I didn't expect that to be the setup of him, the cockroach, to pay off at that point in time. And I was like, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was a smart joke in how it paid off. And I think I might have been the only person that laughed, but I genuinely also like the sport of basketball. So go Spurs, go. Um, so I thought that was funny. And there's another thing in this movie which the kids really liked, and it made me laugh because there's a certain point in this movie where Goat actually baws. He goes bah, and his friends do the bah as well, and they keep doing it back and forth. It kind of reminded me of the that old school like "What's up" Budweiser commercial, but it's them doing it as goats. And so he's doing the goat bah, and his friends are doing the bah, and it keeps rotating back and forth to each other. And I thought it was funny, but like, what made me laugh more was the kids in the audience. They started to imitate the ba, and so you would hear the kids sporadically. You would hear little ba's just popping off in the audience, and honestly, it made me laugh because they were so engaged with it, right? And it even happened at the end on the credits. There was a I think Jet, she ba's at the end with the goat, and the kids started doing it again, and I was genuinely laughing. Not like I was just laughing at the whole thing, right? Like, I'm not laughing at the kids, but I'm just like, it was just such a genuine moment where the kids were having so much fun with this movie, and they were laughing, and like they were buying along with the goat and the jet. And I just thought that was funny, and I thought, you know what, everyone's having a good time. Even I heard a couple parents bah as well. I'm not I'm gonna be I'm telling you guys, I heard some parents actually go bah, and there was it was happening. Okay, it was funny. It was funny. It was funny. Um, Actually, you know what? I forgot to add in here with the characters. Maybe I mentioned it, but the villain is dope as well. So that was Maine, the horse, and he's just a typical ego guy, right? Like, he's not like he's not out to kill anyone or anything mean like that, but he's just a street baller who's really good at roar. He's like the up and coming. Like he's the if we looked at this movie as in basketball terms, Jet would be um okay, I want to say Michael Jordan, but this would be most likely more comparison to this would be like LeBron James is Jet, GOAT is Steph Curry, and Maine would be like who could Maine be? Kevin Durant, if you want. Yeah, it could be KD, right? Maybe KD. Would it be KD? KD doesn't have that kind of attitude. Well, he does, but he doesn't. Yeah, okay, we'll go with KD. I will just say KD because he's still in the league too. But who's really got that attitude in him? That okay, I guess we could say Ant Man. I don't look at Ant Man as a big attitude guy, but we could look at Ant Man as just another like just a dope baller. We can put him in there. Whatever. The giraffe is Wembyama, but because the giraffe's a giant in this movie, he's hilarious. But Maine is great. He's like he's so ego driven and so pride driven that when he gets burned and or humiliated in the sport of basketball, it really affects him and it really like it teaches the children about ego and not to have it, right? So I like that too, and I like that character, and he has his faults and his weaknesses, and the goat has his chance against his rival, which is Maine, and he gets to prove himself. And even Jet gets to prove herself too. There's a lot of cool stuff in this, like story wise. Again, I could talk about the story all day. It's really good story, and I think you're going to have a good time with it. Like I'm going to say here, the jokes aren't bad. The kids had a good laugh, a couple good laughs with the kids. It is funny. Um, but I would like to just also note that there's jokes for everyone, really, for everyone at every level is probably the better way to look at this. Yes. So now let's just go to the bad. And I'm going to be straight up with you. There is nothing bad about this movie. Like, I don't think I could find a bad thing in here. There's nothing that stands out where I'm like, ooh, that was a bad take, or ooh, that was a bad idea, or ooh, that shouldn't even be in this movie for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I recall seeing anything where I'm like, oh no, you shouldn't take your kids to see this movie because of this scene or this instance or this propaganda. You know what I'm saying? I think they played it very close to the chest of like very just straightforward, good old fashioned movie. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too propaganda-ish. I don't remember seeing anything. Maybe you guys do, and you can tell me in the comments below if you saw something that really irks you. But I don't recall seeing anything of that sort at all. This is just a good old-fashioned animated movie that, if you like Puss in Boots 2, if you liked, yeah, we'll go Puss in Boots 2, Into the Spider-Verse, the TMNT movie that came out a few years ago. Like, if you like that stuff, then I think you'll be fine with this as well. But this is probably even cleaner than those movies, I would say, for kids. Like it's very clean. So there's nothing bad. No bad, in my opinion. And as for silly, I think I went over there's nothing silly either. Like there's no hippos. And that's really for me. That's for me. Now excuse me guys, I'm gonna take a little water break here. I'm going nonstop with no beverage. Um Now, the main question that I always get asked is will I buy this movie and put it into my collection? Uh, I don't think so. I don't think it's a movie that I actually want to sit down and like. I don't think I'll want to rewatch it anytime soon. However, I think if they ever sat down and said, "Hey, we're going to make Roar 2 in a couple years from now," let's just say, then maybe I would want to revisit this movie, but maybe I would stream it before I would actually consider buying it and putting it into my collection. Because I don't think I would go back to this movie as much as I do with like Enter the Spider-Verse, for instance, right? Um, and that's just kind of what I'm thinking about it. Is like I don't think I would go there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. but I probably would like to revisit it if they ever make a sequel. So I would stream this movie for sure as the second time I would ever watch it. I'd probably stream it. Um, Now, should you guys go and pay hot hot money? Would you like? Is this a movie that you should go and pay $25 to see in IMAX? I saw it. I actually didn't pay for this one. I got a cheap, free ticket with my Cinepass, so I went and saw it for free. But should you go and see it? Honestly, the answer to this question is if you like animation and animated movies, then you should go and see it, right? Like if you like to support that stuff, you're going to have a good time watching this movie. Go see it on a cheap night and have a good time because if you like animation, this is right up your alley. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, then don't go and see it. Stream it when it comes out. It's a Sony movie, so that'll be on Netflix in what, like probably 6 months to 8 months from now. So you can stream it then, right? And save some money. So you'll watch it eventually. I would stream it. And now, where would I rank this movie? I'm going to put this film straight at I'm going to give it a two. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it a. Ooh, should I give it a three? I rate honestly. I rate animation totally different than I do like live action stuff. I'm a sucker for animation. I'm actually going to say I'm giving this a three. It's good. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put in here not collection worthy. Because I don't think I'll rewatch this movie, and I think stream it. But there's a big button here with the asterisks. If you like animation, go see it. Or animated movies, go see it. Yes, I think that's exactly correct. Let me just fix this here. Bang. 3 stars. It's a good film. I should put in brackets here. I'm a sucker for animation, for animated movies. So it gets a different rating than most. But yeah, we're at a good three, I think. I think so. Let me just bold that. And I think that's all I have to say for this movie, man. There's not a lot to say about it. You know, it's very straightforward. It's very good, like just good. It's just a good time. Um, yeah. Let me just move that down here. So this is it. This is it for the GOAT. Very straightforward film, guys. So go see it if you have seen it or not. Yeah, if you've seen it, tell me in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think about the movie. I'd like to hear your feedback and your opinions about it. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. That's the end of the review for Goats. I'm glad for everybody who stopped by. Thanks for stopping by, Gabrielle. And we will discuss. I think the next movie we're going to talk about is that new Glenn Powell movie. I forget what it's called though. What is that movie called? Hold on, just let me look it up real quick here. Oops. Glenn. What is that movie? I was just talking about it yesterday. I totally drawing a blank. How to Make a Killing. Yes, I'm going to go see How to Make a Killing tomorrow. So maybe we'll do a little discussion about that on Sunday or maybe even Saturday night. I don't know yet. We shall see, my friends. And on that note, I have to go and get ready for work. So you guys all have a good day today. Don't work too hard. I'll see you when I see you. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and all that fun stuff to interact with the live streams for the reviews. And we play video games and all that fun stuff too. So peace out. Have a good one. Bye. Ending the stream. Peace. End.